Following a phantom caution and pit stops, things got going at the NASCAR Xfinity Series race with less than 60 laps to go. And then all hell broke loose as Chandler Smith tried to make it 3 wide between his teammate John Hunter Nemechek and Riley Herbst. It did not work out, and multiple cars, I think there were maybe 11 or 12 cars, were caught up in the ensuing accident. Before we get into this, I'd like to ask you, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at John Trent Racing. Let's take a look at exactly what happened. This is over at the official NASCAR Xfinity Series account on X. You can see John Hunter Nemechek is there on the top of your screen, right behind Justin Allgaier, who is in the lead. His teammate Chandler Smith is right on his bumper, and then Riley Herbst is in that black car right below him. Keep your eyes on Chandler Smith as he tries to shoot the gap. So he's running John Hunter Nemechek really hard there on this restart. He tries to go 3 wide there. The hole's not there. It finally gets there. He gets in there. John Hunter Nemechek squeezes him down. He bounces down. Then Riley Herbst comes back up. He bounces off Riley Herbst, and then he gets into the quarter panel there. John Hunter Nemechek sends him around, and look at this chaos. Jeb Burton, Haley Deegan, Parker Kligerman able to squeeze his way around. Let's just take a look at it again here real quick. Again, he tries to make a 3 wide right there. It doesn't work. Bounces off of John Hunter Nemechek right here. Riley Herbst comes up. He bounces off, and he goes down. He bounces off Riley, gets into John Hunter Nemechek, and then spins him around, and then chaos ensues. So that is what happened. We did get some reactions to that. Sam Mayer here had probably the best reaction as soon as he got out of his Junior Motorsports car. Pay attention to him on the top of your screen right here. He's just like, what's going on? What are we doing here? You just got to love it. I just love the reaction there. He's just like, do these people know how to drive? What's happening here? We did get some reactions post-race from John Hunter Nemechek and Sam Mayer. This is over at Front Stretch. Let's listen to what John Hunter Nemechek had to say. I felt like he was very reserved. He said he hadn't watched a good replay yet. I'm not sure how truthful that was, but I think he just didn't really want to comment on what actually happened. Let's take a listen, though.
For the last couple of weeks, was that just a matter of just poor positioning on a restart, or
Phoenix restarts are crazy here. Get 3 wide, 4 wide, 2 wide, doesn't really matter. Restarts are just nuts here with the dog leg, and sometimes you're in the wrong spot at the wrong time.
Just emotionally, I mean, are you angry, or is it when it's not the series you run in the main?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we'll have conversations on Monday about just the whole situation and whatnot, but now that I'm out, the only goal is to go in, so now all the focus is for tomorrow. We have a really good 42 Toyota Camry XSE, so I got to figure out how to drive from 19th to the front.
So there you have it. He basically says it was a Phoenix restart. There's chaos. It was a racing deal. That's kind of my opinion. I do believe that it was a racing deal. I'm not going to blame Chandler Smith for trying to go 3 wide. That's what you do on a restart at Phoenix with 60 laps to go. He had one of the top cars. He would eventually take home the win after Justin Allgaier blew a left rear tire, slammed really hard into the fence, leading the field with 5 laps to go and having a 3-second lead. Chandler Smith would take advantage of that wreck, that heartbreak for Justin Allgaier, and win, because he was able to get through this wreck here clean, and we take home that win. But it is a racing deal. You can't blame him for going 3 wide there. That hole did indeed open up, and he got through it. He was in there. I mean, yeah, he was bouncing between Riley Herbst and John Hunter Nemechek, but he was in that hole, and they just kind of made contact, and things happened. But I think it's a racing deal. I don't blame him for making that aggressive move and doing that, because you got to go. You got to go with less than 60 laps to go at Phoenix. Here is what Sam Mayer had to say following the race. Again, this is also over at Front Stretch. Let's take a listen to him. I think he was much more critical of both John Hunter Nemechek and Chandler Smith. Let's take a listen.
Absolutely nothing. Unfortunately, everyone was just kind of up top, banging doors for no reason. Unfortunate for sure, but our Tire Pros Chevrolet today was freaking stout. I was really excited for this last stage. We were decent there that second half of the race so far, and we got a lot of good notes out of it too. So we were going to be really good firing off there. I was super proud of the adjustments we made. The pit stops we had today were the best we've ever had. Just really unfortunate we can't seem to find a checkered flag this year, and literally none of us are doing. But super proud of my guys. Our Tire Pros car was fast, so that's all you can do.
I think I heard you say to TV that there just wasn't so smart racing out there. What did you see that led to that opinion?
Yeah, I mean, we had two teammates packing air on each other for no reason. I mean, just putting each other in a bad spot. So really weird. But it's just part of it. Like, people racing really hard. People think this is their chance to win a race and get it done early. People have a lot to prove this year. I mean, including myself. I'm not gonna not admit that I want to do something big here in the next couple of years, and this is a year that's gonna prove that. So I gotta get my crap together. I gotta be the leader of the race if I'm not gonna get wrecked. So I can be better, the team can be better, but we're still really, really good, and I'm super proud of everybody.
You excited for the off week in Coda?
So you can hear that he does indeed blame John Hunter Nemechek and Chandler Smith, but at the same time, he does admit that, like, hey, they might have been thinking this was the time to go. I think it was the time to go. You had to get out there. We saw after this wreck that Justin Allgaier did indeed get out there to the lead, kind of really held off Chandler Smith, extended that lead to 3 seconds by the time it was 5 laps to go before he blew that left rear tire. So you need to really make hay on these restarts, and Chandler Smith was trying to make hay. Unfortunately, it caught up a bunch of people. That's what happens when you're racing really hard. So again, I don't really blame anyone for this. I think it was just hard racing, and they got together, and an accident ensued. That's why we call it an accident. But obviously, it collected Sam Mayer, and he was expressing his displeasure with those two and the way they were racing. We did also hear Sam Mayer explain his nice little reaction after he got out of the car, where he did his little hand gestures there that we showed you earlier. Let's take a listen to hear what he had to say from Bob Pockris.
And that, were you trying to send a message to somebody, or were you just saying, "Man, this is my luck this year"?
It's just part of the gig, man. Like I'm not gonna be pissed about it, because there's no reason in being mad when you didn't do anything wrong. So I mean, I was just, the fans, what do you think? Are we racing good? That's pretty much all it was, just fun and games.
So there is his explanation for why he did that gesture. But again, just to reiterate, I think it was a racing deal between Chandler Smith, John Hunter Nemechek, and Riley Herbst, and it unfortunately collected a bunch of good drivers. But let me know what you guys make of the wreck. Who do you think was at fault? Why? What do you think happened? Do you think it was a racing deal like me? Do you think there was someone at fault? What do you make of what John Hunter Nemechek and Sam Mayer had to say following the race? Let me know in the comments below.